Hey folks, it's Oliver again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the stuff people say about digital artists. For a beginner, these things can be really hard to hear, and I wanted to debunk some of them right off the bat so none of you feel discouraged. To follow this topic, I'm doing a digital drawing this time. Yay! It's actually easier to record and edit digital stuff. I don't know why I don't do it more often. It's easier to get a nice finish on it. So, I'm primarily a digital artist. That's how I do most of my commissions and what I spend most of my time and money doing. I've spent years and years to get as familiar with the technology as I have, and believe me, I have heard it all. The first and most prevalent thing people say about digital artists is that digital art is just too easy, or digital art is cheating, and golly gee, if I had a dime for every time the person saying that also followed it up with, "Oh, but I don't know how to do it. I can't figure it out." Like, it's almost like it's a skill set you have to hone and learn, just like any other artistic medium. Sure, there's a few shortcuts, but literally every other medium that I've been taught has had the professor saying, "Do this. It's easier and quicker and gets you better results." Like, 20% of learning a new medium is just learning how to use it at all, and then the rest of it is learning to do it faster and easier. So, like, calling something too easy feels like a cop-out to me. It sounds like you're just bitter. And I don't want to, bitter grapes thing. I don't want to bitter grapes this, but that's what it sounds like when it's like, "Oh, well, I can't do it, so it's too easy," or something like that. It's just a really weird conundrum that I've heard. Another thing that people say to digital artists a lot is that you don't get a relationship with the work that you do with traditional work. Like, you don't get into the paint or the clay or covered in charcoal doing digital art. And this one sort of confuses me, because if you can forego all the mess of it, why not? I mean, there's a different type of mess. You've got your wires, you've got your cords, you've got your laptop, but it's not, it's... And I'm a biggest fan as the next guy of getting covered in paint, but honestly, I'm just as proud of my digital art that I worked hard on and experimented with as I am with traditional art that I worked hard on and experimented with. Once again, it's just a different medium, and messes come in different mediums all the time. You wouldn't bash watercolor just because it's not as messy or messier than oils. That just doesn't make sense to me. The third thing people say to digital artists, the ever popular, digital art is not real art, which genuinely, bottom of my heart, I do not understand. I really don't. Like, I put time and effort into this piece. I needed specific tools to get this done. I need to spend years getting these skills. It's a visually stimulating and interesting piece. Just because it's displayed on a screen instead of on canvas or cold press doesn't make it any less art than something that is. I'm sorry if I don't have much more clever input than that, but it's truly baffling to me that someone can look at that and think, that's not real art. The only thing I can think is that they have a gross misunderstanding of what goes into digital art. I've gotten all of these and can take them with an eye roll and a shrug. Thankfully, this mindset sort of seems to be going the way of the wind, but I still heard these things in school from other artists in class. And it baffled me to hear them from artists. Like, we're being taught all the mediums. That's the idea of going to art school. I get it if it's not for you, but that doesn't make it a lesser art form. Like, I'm really bad at ceramics. I'm not familiar with it, nor do I care to be. But you don't hear me saying, "That's not real art. That's just dirt water, heated until it's melted." I don't say that. How garbage does that sound? So these are the three big things that people say about digital artists and why they are all really misguided. Like I said in the beginning, if you're a new artist and you're just getting started, you might be really discouraged to hear some of these things. And I just wanted to clear the air and make sure you know that digital art is incredible. Not to toot my own horn here, but it is great. And if it's how you want to pursue your craft, you have every right to do that. And that concludes our broadcast day. Leave a like if this video helped you out, a comment if you have any other questions, or leave a comment if you've heard any other weird stuff said about digital art or about any medium, really. I'm really curious. Do people say that, like, about ceramics? Like, ceramics isn't real art. Do people say that about other stuff? Please leave comments and tell me if they do, because I would love to know that. Leave a subscribe. get notifications so you can tell when I give you these juicy tidbits. And that will be all. Thank you guys. You have a good one. Bye bye.